This is John for the Everyday Fan Sports. I had the pleasure of being actually surprised pleasure of being on the beat. It's a twofer. I got Steve Ahrendt. I got Rion Skillz. How are you
The
guys?
real deal.
The real deal from the Power Hour.
We are fresh off a taping of the Power Hour, and we're right here at your damn doorstep.
What is the? Tell me all about the Power Hour. I know a little bit about it. I've listened to it, but tell the fans out there who are unfamiliar with it.
Yeah, a lot of people are unfamiliar with it, as they should be. The Power Hour happens every Tuesday night. It's C-Red, myself, The Real Deal, and Cactus Rack. And we have guests, and we talk about all the promotions that we work for. Some we don't. Tonight, we paid tribute to Ricky Dunlop. We talked about the Chicago Knockouts Roller Derby that's happening this Saturday night. We talked about Crash Tested. We talked about Rocket. We talked about CSW. We went all over the place. It was chaos.
Well, the Ricky Dunlop, there's a benefit show coming up for him.
That's right. I saw that.
Very excited about that. I'll be talking to a few of the promoters for that. Will you guys be there?
I am not sure I'll be there yet. I think I am going to be elsewhere. What about you, Rion?
I'll be there.
Rion will be there because Rion is everywhere we all want to be.
Of course.
Because he's the information liaison.
That's why he's the real deal, man.
A real deal. I can feel it.
What's new with the Knockouts Roller Derby?
Rion, what's new with the Knockouts? Knockouts.
Or the Knockouts.
Tell the man what's new.
September 24th, this upcoming Saturday, they have a bout. However, I cannot remember the names of the teams.
Punk Rock Punishers, Comic Book Crushers.
Agreed.
As commentator, I have to know these things, although I won't be commentating this week.
See, I'm just security from time to time, so I just break up the fights.
Information liaison to the stars.
But it's a great night out there. I will not be at this show either, but I'm dying to get back to it because I was out there for a few of the shows pre-pandemic before the world exploded, and they got great shows out there.
They do.
Come out in October because Rion and I will both be there. We'll welcome you with open arms.
I don't know if I want open arms from you, Steve.
That's fair. I get that a lot.
They're nice arms, so it's okay.
Not nice. Not so nice.
Well, all right. I got to talk to you about some Rocket Pro Wrestling stuff.
I'm ready.
What is going on now? I was at the last show, my first show there. Highly impressed with everything, top to bottom. There was no weakness on that show. What's going on, man? All of a sudden, I see you as Captain America. You're in the ring. You're in a battle royal. What led to that, and what happened?
Well, the Idols have been running amok for a long time, and they now have controlling interests of the show, of the company. And, Joey Roth and GM Damian Saint have been goading me, and they've been picking on me per se. And I kept warning them, there's going to be a reaction. So I talked to the people that were in charge of the Rumble. They were sympathetic to my plight. So Joey Roth gets introduced, and lo and behold, following him was me. And I got a chance to get my hands on him, got a chance to throw him out. But my celebration didn't last long, thanks to my least favorite person at Rocket Pro, former champion. What was the title that he had? I never saw him. Inter-county title. The only reason I don't know that is because I never saw him defend it, except when he lost it. But he put me up ass over tea kettle and eliminated me. But I got a chance to get my feet wet. People tend to think that I can't grapple when necessary. I don't grapple. I just get in there and I try to dish out more punishment than I take. Usually it's the other way around. Usually I'm the one at the rough end of the stick. Just ask the workhorses. But I got Joey.
Ask me, I'll tell you.
Ask him. Yeah, he knows.
You get beat up a lot.
I get beat up a lot. But I got Joey. I got him out. Joey has sustained an injury. So we'll see how that affects things going forward. But I'm very excited to have had a chance to exact a little bit of payback.
Well, along those lines, will there be, I keep saying this is going to come down to a one-on-one match of some sort in the future.
One-on-one, me and Joey Roth, huh? I don't think that that's something that people would want to see specifically.
But it's something we might need to see.
there's so much star power at Rocket Pro. If that ever came to fruition, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's certainly something to think about, but my God, there's just so much talent on that roster. I think there's plenty of other things that could happen at that show other than me and Joey Roth. Although Joey's in charge, so if Joey wants it, Joey gets what Joey wants because Joey's running the place, or Damian Saints, or whoever.
Well, Rion, what advice would you give Steve about this whole Joey mess?
Keep his guard up. That's it. Keep your guard up. They'll keep hitting you everywhere else. Keep your guard up, you'll be fine.
Well, where do you see it ending? Something's got to give. You can't just keep taking it from.
See, that's where you're wrong. I've been fighting the idols since the beginning of Rocket Pro. And the one thing that they do is they always come back with something. That's just how it is. They started in 2018.
That's right.
And I was there at the first match. And there was only one idol, and that was Joey Roth. There are 6 now. And they continue to grow. So just keep your guard up. That's the only thing I can say is keep your guard up.
But here's the question. I brought this up to Joey, and I just interviewed Gunnar Brave about this, and they all deny it. But we saw the video. There seems to be a little dissension among the ranks. Am I stirring something up, or is this legit?
There's always been dissension, but they always figure it out. The only difference now is because there's more people involved that it's kind of hard to keep that in play. There's always been dissension amongst the ranks, but Joey is normally the one that's able to handle it, especially with him and Roxy being there, or Roxy Hart, to be able to kind of cool everyone's head. But it's a little bit harder to do now when you have more people involved. So
he's not wrong.
Well, but okay. But now we got Rion, we got Steve. There's some other talented wrestlers at Rocket Pro Wrestling. Why can't you guys form together and do your own faction, or not necessarily a faction, but team up to take care of the problems, shall we say?
That on the Power Hour, this is a timeout. We are calling a 20-second timeout. Thanks to Ryan Matthews. Rion, what do you have to say?
I have one toe in the business at the moment. I am gladly, I'm willingly not going to take ass whoopings if I don't need to take them. I don't know how you feel about getting beat up, but it's not fun.
No, but you don't necessarily have to get in the ring, but you could, you're a talented guy.
I understand what you're saying, but in case you missed what I said, I've been fighting the idols since 2018. And we are in a whole nother decade.
It's true.
I'm good.
What's happening right here, Johngy, is he is basically openly saying that he does not want to be my tag team partner versus the idols. And I can't blame him.
He can find someone else.
There's nobody else.
You can literally find anyone else.
The only way I'm going to be a tag team is with the Real Deal. That's the only way. You heard it here first.
Well, something's got to give. I love me. I mean, I'm kind of neutral. I love you guys. I love Joey and Roxy and the idols. But this is building. Something is going to have to give at some point.
I would feel like you're right. It does seem like it's we're going to have to see what happens at Darkness Falls on October 1st. I mean, it is going to be a lot of reaction to all the craziness that went down at Fall Brawl. I mean, first of all, it starts with a casket match. Grin and Marche, the final battle.
Can't wait.
That's going to be the match of the century. I mean, these two have been fighting forever, and this is it in a casket. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than that.
No, you got an icon. You got the All Day Marche. I love both those guys. I can't wait for that match.
It's gonna be hellacious. And how will the idols respond to how things went? We just had Ruthless Rock and Rivera of the idols on the Power Hour, and he openly said, I support whoever pays me. If somebody pays me more than the idols, he jumps ship. He's a mercenary, not to be confused with mercenary Garrison Creed, which happened on the Power Hour. Also, Gunnar Brave does not seem happy. So Rion's talking about dissension always being in the idols, but now you've got Flash, who's been besmirched. He's been stripped of his title. Everybody else has a title. He's going to feel bad. Joey got hurt. How's Joey going to respond to that? How are they going to respond to Damian Saint being in charge? Damian Saint has his own agenda. He was put in place by the idols, but is he going to follow the idols' cue? So many working parts, so much drama, which is going to unfurl itself at Darkness Falls. You should be there.
And they got there's an 8-man tag. I know that involves the idols. You never know what might break down in that match. You got Gunner Brave, who issued an open challenge, which was accepted. I don't know if you heard that.
I did not hear that. Did you hear that?
I did.
Who accepted the challenge?
Well, you'll have to listen to the interview to hear that.
I better have to listen to the interview. I missed it.
Yeah, I think it's a scoop. That's why I don't want to release it yet.
Well, then we'll listen. We'll watch it, and I'll be as amazed as anybody watching.
But it's a good one.
I don't doubt it. Gunner Brave doesn't do anything small.
So are you announcing now still for Rocket Pro Wrestling?
I am contractually obligated for Eric Schultz. Schultz gets results. He is the attorney for Damian Saint. And there was a very binding loophole in the contract that I signed with Rocket that says I am their property as far as commentary goes for the next several years. So I will have to honor this. And I don't know what Damian Saint has in store for me at Darkness Falls. I guess we'll all have to find out and see.
So Joey can't eliminate you then?
Not at this. I mean, they will do with me what they will. They will use me for whatever whims and whatever chaos they have on their minds. I'm sure they'll make me suffer. I'm sure they'll make me pay for putting hands on Joey Roth. I haven't heard anything from the offices of RPW just yet, but I'm ready to face the music. It was worth it. Whatever they do to me was absolutely worth it. Punting that idiot over the top rope, sending him crashing down, and then chasing him and his betrothed out of the building. So I'm all happy with the way it ended. If I get a pay cut, if I get fired, whatever it is, I don't care. It was worth it.
Well, you did get a huge round of applause from and I mean this sincerely, the standing room only crowd.
Quite a thrill to be a fan favorite at Rocket Pro because it's such a robust crowd. I can't say that I'm as much a fan favorite as someone like the Amazing Turtle, who got one of the most amazing pops I've ever heard.
He did, and well deserved.
They're loving that turtle power out in Joliet. That's for damn sure.
The way I saw it, and I obviously I don't work for Rocket Pro, so I don't need to puff them up. I'm just calling it neutral. Everything I saw got a huge pop from that crowd. That crowd was insanely loud. My ears were ringing the entire trip home, and I got a long trip home, and they were ringing the whole time, man. That crowd was ridiculous.
It's a testament to a great ownership, a great locker room, and a great venue, and it's all come together, and it works really well, and the people of Joliet are very fond of it. And right now it's a really, really fantastic place to see a show, be part of a show. Wrestling is alive and well in Joliet, that's for sure.
Wrestling is thriving in Joliet, the way I see it.
Thriving.
That was amazing. Gentlemen, I appreciate your time. Before I let you go, do you guys want to promote anything? Promote your power hour, promote whatever you want?
Rion, what do you want to promote? We'll promote a couple of shows happening this weekend. Crash Tested Wrestling in Hobart, Indiana. Rion is senior official. I am the general manager. We're coming in hot and heavy. Got some great matches. Miles Mercer is our champion. He'll be in attendance. The Chasing Destiny title on the line between the undeniable Nick Diamond and Michael Pierce. A lot of chaos.
Gunner Brave.
And you have the Lethal Lottery as well.
And the Lethal Lottery as well. So we got a lot happening at Crash Tested Saturday in Hobart, Indiana. Just a hop and a skip over the border. Come out and check it out right off the expressway. And then Sunday in matinee form, IPW in Richmond Park. The best kept secret in wrestling in the South suburbs. I tell you, if you come to a show, you will experience something you've never experienced before. The venue, the people, the staff, the veterans, it is something that I don't experience very often in the 9 years that I've been in this business. It is a joy. And, my job is very simple at IPW. I take the tickets. So if you come to a show, you give me the money, you get in, have a hell of a time. We're loud, we're proud. it's the medallions tournament, a lot riding on this show. So we got that. And of course, Power Hour every Tuesday night, Real Deal, myself, C Red, Cactus Rack, and of course the Knockout Saturday in Homewood. So we got a lot going on, Johngy.
Man, you guys are insane. And I've been listening to the Power. I'm digging it. I've been a big C Red fan for years. I love you guys. It's a lot of fun. Even you don't necessarily even have to follow whatever specific wrestling company you're on that night, but it's good to soak it all in.
You've got a lot of personality on that show. I'm very fortunate to be working with these people. It's one of the really great things that's happened to me in this business. Not that anybody can do a podcast, but I get to do a podcast with people that are so uber talented and have done this and done amazing work in wrestling for so long. I'm a kid in a candy store on a Tuesday night.
Well, you guys make it work, man. I enjoy listening to it. I thank you both for your time. Rion Skillz, Steve Ahrendt. Appreciate you guys. October 1st, Darkness Falls, Rocket Pro Wrestling. Check out everything these guys said over the weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. Just go out and have some fun.
Have some fun. Hi, Joey. I hope you're not hurt too bad.
I'm just gonna throw time up and time out and just throw that out.
Don't miss Ryan Matthews on AEW Dark.